So we have already derived some of the formulae, right? So these are the basic formulae. And is it visible to the last nandi, right? Okay, so this is your which equation, PV equal to MRT. PV equal to MRT, what is this? Right, this is your ideal gas equation. Right, and this can be written as P is equal to rho RT. इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हैं. Okay, what I have done, simply I have taken this V term to this side, so I can write P is equal to rho RT. Right. Okay, and there are some relation like this one, Cp minus Cv equal to R. Right, and we know that gamma is equal to Cp by Cv, where Cp is what? Cp is equal to specific heat at constant pressure, right? And Cv is your specific heat. कौन कौन we'll be solving some of the questions which were there in your question bank, right? Okay, and another thing here, this term Cv is equal to, it is the ratio basically del U by del T at constant volume, right? Where U is what? U gonna internal energy, right? And when I am writing this small u, then this is the specific internal energy, right? That simply means internal energy per unit mass, right? So this is what? Specific internal energy, capital U per unit mass. Okay, and this Cv is equal to what? Del U by del T at a constant volume, right? And Cp is what? This is del S by del T, right? So Cp is your del S by del T at constant pressure. Where is H is what? What is this H? This is your enthalpy. हम नहीं पढ़े हैं लेकिन अभी तुम इसको थोड़ा याद रख सकते हो सिंपली. H is what? Enthalpy, where Cp is equal to what? Del S by del T, del S by del T at a constant pressure, right? And H is your enthalpy. And another thing you can remember, H equal to U plus PV. दिख रहा है तो, right? So H is equal to what? U plus PV, where U is the specific internal energy, P is the pressure, and V is the specific volume, right? Small v, I am writing small v over here, where this V is specific volume. Okay, so capital V, wherever I will be writing, this will be your total volume. Okay, and if I am writing small v, so that will be your specific volume. हाँ, I'll be sharing all this PDF, right? ये PDF मैं भेज दूंगा, right? So these are the some of the formula already we have discussed, right? And some more formula, right? This one, this is for the work interaction, that is integration of PdV, right? For any closed system, if you want to find out the work interaction, that will be the simply integration of PdV from state point 1 to state point 2, right? And again, for different processes, if you want to find out the work, then here your W work will be 0 if this is a constant volume process. Do you remember that? Agar volume is constant, then in that case your work interaction will be equal to 0, right? And if we'll be talking about the pressure constant process, in that case the work interaction will be equal to P times V2 minus V1, right? And if we'll be talking about the your isothermal processes, then you will be having different terms, right? This is what? P1 V1 ln V2 by V1, or P2 V2 ln V2 by V1, same thing. Then again we already proved that here this is P1 V1 will be equal to P2 V2, right? In this case, if I will be trying to find out this V2 by V1, then this will be equal to P1 by P2, right? Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is P1 V1 will be equal to P2 into V2, right? So here V2 by V1 will be replaced by P1 by P2. Again here V2 by V1 can be replaced by P1 by P2, right? Again we know that is P1 V1 will be equal to MRT1. So that is why here I can replace P1 V1 by MRT1. Similarly here P2 V2 can be replaced by MRT2, right? So all these 6 terms are the work interaction for your constant temperature process. Okay, no need to write down, just have a look. I'll be sending this video, right? ओके, रूम में फिर एक बार बैठ के आप देख लोगे या फिर लिख लोगे, राइट? तो ये सभी टर्म क्या है, बेसिकली आइसोथर्मल प्रोसेस के लिए वर्क इंटरेक्शन है, राइट? देन दिस इज फॉर योर पॉलीट्रोपिक प्रोसेस वेयर पी वी टू द पावर एन विल बी इक्वल टू कांस्टेंट, राइट? उसके लिए जो वर्क फॉर्मूला हम निकाले थे दैट इज इक्वल टू P1 V1 माइनस P2 V2 डिवाइड बाई n माइनस 1, राइट? एंड हियर अगेन P1 V1 को हम रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं MRT1 से. This P1 V1 can be replaced by MRT1. Similarly, this P2 V2 can be replaced by MRT2, right? MRT2. And if we will be taking this MR common, then obviously there will be T1 minus T2. Is that okay? How we are going from this term to this one? Simply we are replacing this P1 V1 in terms of temperature, right? So this will be the work interaction for your polytropic process. Okay, no need to switch off the lights. Okay, then if P V raised to the power gamma is equal to constant, that simply means this is for your adiabatic process, reversible adiabatic process or isentropic process. In that case your n will be replaced by this gamma term, P1 V1 minus P2 V2, n will be replaced by gamma, right? And again here same term MR T1 minus T2, again here this gamma will be there. In the place of n there will be gamma. Okay, another thing, if we will be talking about this particular term or this R, this R by gamma minus 1 we can replace as CB. Okay, so we can write W12 will be equal to MCB T1 minus T2, right? So these are the different formula for your work interaction for different processes. Is there any doubt? We are going to use all these formulae, right? And here this is the first law of thermodynamics for a cycle, right? एक साइकिल के लिए तुम्हारा जो नेट हीट इंटरेक्शन जितना होता है that amount of work interactions will be there for that particular cycle, right? And if we will be talking about again here this work, if we will be taking to the left hand side, then we can write that the difference between the heat interaction and the work interaction in a cycle will be equal to 0. Okay, and if we will be talking about a process, for a process we can write that this del Q will be equal to what? Du plus del W. That simply means here we have neglected what? This change in kinetic energy, change in kinetic energy equal to 0 and change in potential energy equal to 0, right? We have neglected these two terms, right? So that is how basically we are reaching to this particular formula, that is del Q equal to du plus del W. So this is the first law for a process. Is that okay? So these are the some of the formulae already we have derived, right? And last class I asked you to derive the relationship for your heat interaction when work is known, right? Already we know the relations for work, so from that we can find out the heat interaction, right? So we are not going to that directly, we'll be trying to solve the questions, right? So here in a cyclic process the amount of heat transfer is given as 15 joule minus 27 joule minus 4 joule and 32 joule, right? And we need to find out what? We need to find out the net work done in the cyclic process. Okay, so try to understand it. basically it is talking about a cyclic process. Okay, so this is a cyclic process, and for that particular cyclic process there are number of heat interactions are happening in different processes, and these are given. So let I am say writing this is as Q1, and this is Q2, this is Q3, and this is Q4. Number of heat interactions are there, and it is being asked to find out the net work done. Okay, so which law we should apply? The first law of thermodynamics for a cycle. And what is that? Basically cyclic integral of right, we can write down this one, right? Cyclic integral of heat will be equal to the cyclic integral of work. That simply means the number of heat interactions which will be there, addition of all these heats will be equal to the addition of all the works which will be there in the cycle. Okay, and we are asked to this particular work term, so obviously we'll be adding all these terms, right? That simply means here Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4 will be equal to this particular term. I can write W net. Hey, okay, and simply do the addition here. 15 joule minus 27 joule minus 4 plus 32. So we have to add with its sign, right? Sign के साथ ही आपको add करना पड़ेगा, and from here you can find out the work net. कितना होगा टोटल? 16 joule. Is it correct? ये हो सकता है 2 mark question, right? Simply you have to understand what are the given data and what formula you should use, right? And here formula is what? Simply this one, the first law of thermodynamics, net interaction, that is in the terms of heat, that will be equal to net interaction in the terms of work. Is that okay? You have to write from first law of thermodynamics. This is for cycle. Okay, for a process we can write this is del Q will be equal to del E plus del W, and if we will be neglecting the what? Kinetic energy change and potential energy change, then this dE can be written as dU, change in internal, right? Capital U, right? All these terms are in the term of energy, right? Agar if we will be writing this is in the term of specific heat, like I am writing dQ, then du plus del W, right? So इसको specific term में रखोगे तो सब specific में रहेंगे. Okay, so this is for the process and this is for the cycle. Is that okay? We can move further. Done. Okay, the next question. A system is composed of a gas contained in a cylinder fitted with a piston. Is there any doubt? Right? A system is composed of gas contained in a cylinder fitted with a piston. That simply means there is a piston cylinder arrangement, right? So if I'll be trying to draw, let this is the cylinder. Calculator. Okay, so this is the basically your cylinder, and there will be a piston. Okay, and there are some amount of gas present inside it, right? So first line is matlab clear, right? A system is composed of gas contained in a cylinder fitted with a piston. Done. No need to write down. अभी समझ लो, उसको भेज दूंगा, लिख लेना एक बार रूम में जाके. अभी लिखोगे तो मुझे मतलब कवर करने के लिए उतना टाइम नहीं मिल पाएगा. एक बार अच्छे से समझ जाओ, उसके बाद ये भेज दूंगा. क्लास खत्म होने के बाद इसको एक बार रूम में मतलब आधा घंटा लगा के उसको कॉपी कर लो. ओके, देन द गैस expands from state 1 for which E1 is this one to a state 2 फॉर व्हिच E2 इज दिस वन. ओके, मतलब इनिशियली इसका कुछ कंडीशन होगा. सो द condition, initial condition, it is shown by state 1. okay, now it is basically expanding. इसका मतलब ये पिस्टन ऊपर जा रहा है. it is basically this volume of this gas is increasing. गैस का जो वॉल्यूम है वो बढ़ रहा है. उसके बाद कुछ एक कंडीशन में जाएगा. so that final condition is 2. so there are two condition. initial condition is the state point 1, final condition is the state point 2, and corresponding to state point 1 E1 is given, and corresponding to state point 2 E2 is given, where E is what? The total energy, right? in the first law of thermodynamics already we have discussed about this total energy, right? so E1 पहले इतना था, अभी expand होने के बाद E2 इतना है, right? that simply means we can find out the change in total energy, that will be equal to E2 minus E1. we can find out this. is that clear? okay, then during this expansion, during the expansion, the gas does 60 kilojoule of work surroundings. work 2 होगा, right? work to surrounding. that simply means when it is basically expanding, it is giving some amount of work to the surrounding, right? and how much amount of work it is giving? 60 kilojoule. that simply means work interaction W1 to 2, that is given. so what are the given data? first of all you have to write. अभी स्टेट पॉइंट 1 में पहले था, राइट? अभी क्या हो रहा है? बेसिकली 10 योर गैस इज एक्सपांडिंग, गैस एक्सपांड हो रहा है. इसका मतलब ये पिस्टन ऊपर मूव कर रहा है, एंड पिस्टन जब मूव कर रहा है तो कुछ वर्क हमको मिल रहा होगा. अगर डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो रहा होगा तो वर्क मिल रहा होगा, राइट? तो कितना वर्क मिल रहा है? दिस इज वन. व्हेन आवर सिस्टम इज गोइंग फ्रॉम स्टेट पॉइंट 1 to state point 2, then this amount of work we are getting from the system. how much amount? this is given 60 kilojoule. so this much amount of work is basically your system is giving to the surrounding. is that okay? and we have to find the heat transferred to or from the systems during process, right? मतलब यहाँ पे हमको DE का वैल्यू गिवन है, डेल W का वैल्यू गिवन है, डेल W या फिर W1 to 2 हम लिख सकते हैं, that is given, and it is asked to find out the value of heat, right? we have to find out the value of del Q. निकाल नहीं सकते हैं क्या? simply fast law of thermodynamics to a process, right? what is that? this is del Q. del Q will be equal to DE plus del W, or I can write Q1 to 2 will be equal to DE plus W1 to 2. is that okay? now ये हमको निकालना है, ये तो गिवन है, राइट? या फिर हम निकाल सकते हैं E2 कितना? दिस वन नेगेटिव -25. सो E2 माइनस E1 -25 माइनस योर 75 कितना आ जाएगा? -100 kilojule. is that okay? now this one, so DE directly I can put it over here, 100 plus this is 60, right? I can write 60. so Q1 will be equal to what? minus कितना? 40 kilojoule. okay, so again here we are finding that your heat interaction will be your minus 40 kilojoule. okay, so this is your answer, right? but question is what? find the heat transfer to or from the system. मतलब सिस्टम को हम दे रहे हैं या फिर सिस्टम हमको दे रहा है, राइट? द आंसर वी आर गेटिंग दैट इज इन नेगेटिव. इसका मतलब हीट सिस्टम दे रहा है या फिर सिस्टम को दिया जा रहा है. ऑलरेडी वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट द साइन कन्वेंशन. सिस्टम को दिया जा रहा है तो पॉजिटिव होगा या फिर नेगेटिव होगा? नेगेटिव होगा. जस्ट रिवर्स टू द वर्क इंटरेक्शन, राइट? अगर वर्क हम सिस्टम को दे रहे हैं देन दैट विल बी पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव. इफ वर्क इज एडेड टू द सिस्टम that will be negative. if work we are getting from the system that will be positive. like here we are consider, right? during the expansion the gas does 60 kilojoule of work to the surrounding. मतलब 60 किलोजूल ऑफ सराउंडिंग को मिला, दैट इज पॉजिटिव, दैट इज व्हाई वी टेक दिस इज एज द पॉजिटिव। अगर ये ऐसे बोला गया होता कि तुम्हारा सिस्टम को 60 किलोजूल हम दिए, देन इन दैट केस यू हैव टू टेक दैट एज नेगेटिव। इज दैट ओके? जस्ट अपोजिट टू दैट, अगर हीट हम ऐड कर रहे हैं टू द सिस्टम, दैट विल बी टेकन एज पॉजिटिव। हीट अगर ऐड करेंगे दैट विल बी पॉजिटिव, हीट रिजेक्ट करेंगे दैट विल बी नेगेटिव। इज दैट ओके?
सिस्टम सराउंडिंग वाला नेगेटिव,
हां
सराउंडिंग सिस्टम वाला
पॉजिटिव।
वर्क डन उल्टा,
वर्क डन जदि आमे सिस्टम रु सराउंडिंग को जाउची दैट विल बी पॉजिटिव हला, जदि सराउंडिंग रु सिस्टम को आमे वर्क दउचे दैट विल बी नेगेटिव। एटा दिए माइंड रखि दियो हला। सो वी आर गेटिंग बेसिकली नेगेटिव एज आवर आंसर। सो इन दैट केस सिस्टम को हीट ऐड कर रहे हैं या फिर रिजेक्ट हो रहा है? रिजेक्ट हो रहा है। इज दैट क्लियर? सो हियर आंसर विल बी व्हाट 40 किलोजूल ऑफ हीट विल बी rejected to the surrounding. You have to write the statement, right? Is that okay? Can we move further?
yes sir.
And next question. Okay, so here the property of a substance is given as U is equal to 186 plus 0.718 times T. Okay, and multiplication of pressure and volume PV is equal to 0.287 times T plus 273, where U is the specific internal energy. What is the unit? Kilojoule per kg. T is the temperature in degree centigrade. P is the pressure in kilonewton per meter square, and V is the specific volume. Unit is what? Meter cube per kg. We need to find out the value of Cp and Cv. Okay, so what is our task? We have to find out the value of Cp and Cv. Cp को निकालना है and Cv को निकालना है, राइट? तो Cp Cv को निकालने के लिए क्या क्या फॉर्मूला है? ऑलरेडी वी हैव डिस्कस्ड। Cp, हाँ, Cp by Cv is equal to R. Okay, Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Okay, Cp is equal to gamma R by gamma minus 1. Cv is equal to R by gamma minus 1. Okay, so these are the sum of the formula by which we can find out, right? And another thing we discussed in the starting of the class, that is Cp is equal to del H divided by del T at constant pressure, and Cv is equal to del U by del T at constant volume. So these are the sum of the relations which is related to the specific heat at constant pressure and specific heat at constant volume. Okay, so out of all these datas, what are the datas which is given to us? मतलब Cp Cv निकालने के लिए क्या क्या डाटा हमारे पास है? Specific internal energy U is there, right? And PV is there. Okay, that simply means अगर U को डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू टेम्परेचर, देन शायद हमको ये वाला टर्म मिल सकता है Cv, राइट? डायरेक्टली del U by del T निकालेंगे, ऑब्वियसली देयर इज नो टर्म रिलेट, मतलब वॉल्यूम का टर्म कुछ नहीं है, अगर होता भी तो उसको कांस्टेंट जैसा ट्रीट करते हैं, राइट? तो Cv हमको यहाँ से मिल जाएगा, कोई दिक्कत है क्या? राइट? सिमिलरली वी वांट टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ Cp, तो Cp निकालने के लिए मुझे क्या चाहिए? एंथैल्पी चाहिए, राइट? एंड अगेन वी नो H equal to U plus PV, right? So U is there, P and V is there, multiplication of that, so we can find out this particular term H होगा, right? So let us try to find out the first Cv. Cv is equal to what? Del U by del T, where we can write down del by del T del by del T. Your U is what? 186 plus 0.718 T. सो इसको डिफरेंशिएट तो कर सकते हैं. Del u by del t, this is constant, this will be equal to 0 simply, and here this is the t is the variable, so simply I will be getting 0.718. Is that okay? And unit will be what? u का यूनिट जो होगा, राइट, u का यूनिट जो होगा, एंड हम क्या ये जो टेम्परेचर डिवाइड किए हैं मतलब डिफरेंशिएट किए हैं, राइट. सो यूनिट विल बी व्हाट? किलो जूल पर केजी केल्विन. टेम्परेचर इज देयर ना. Differentiation of internal energy, kilojoule per kg was there, again we divided T, so Kelvin will be there, right? Okay, and C. तो मैं जो भूल लिखी थी बोले मार्क काटिबा को चाहिए कि काटि परिबो मार्क. टेम्परेचर इज ओके. अगेन अनदर थिंग हियर, हम केल्विन लिखेंगे या फिर डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड लिखेंगे, क्या दोनों सही होगा या फिर गलत होगा? अलग अलग है. ओके, सो व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ स्पेसिफिक हीट? व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन, मतलब व्हाट डू अंडरस्टैंड बाय स्पेसिफिक हीट? अरे कोड ये बोल से. हाँ, temperature required to increase.
Sir, the amount of heat required to increase 1 degree Celsius of temperature of
The amount of heat required, not the temperature required, right? The amount of heat required to increase 1 degree centigrade temperature, yeah, at constant pressure of unit substance, unit mass. 1 kg मास का 1 kg टेम्परेचर राइज करने के लिए कितना हीट चाहिए एट ए कांस्टेंट प्रेशर, राइट. ये जो मैं बोल रहा हूं कि 1 डिग्री टेम्परेचर राइज होना, 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड टेम्परेचर राइज होना, इसको अगर मैं केल्विन में लिखूंगा तो कितना होगा? 1 केल्विन ही होगा या फिर अलग होगा? सपोज मैं बोल रहा हूं अभी 40 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड था, राइट. ये 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड टेम्परेचर राइज हो गया तो कितना हो गया? 41 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड हो गया, राइट. तो अगर इसको केल्विन में लिखेंगे तो 40 प्लस 273 हो जाएगा. इसको राइज करेंगे तो फिर ये 41 प्लस 273 हो जाएगा, राइट. सो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर चेंज. यहाँ पे कितना 1 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड चेंज हुआ, यहाँ पे भी 1 डिग्री केल्विन नहीं हुआ, right? So here doesn't matter if you are writing Kelvin or degree centigrade, because here we are talking about the change, right? We are not talking about the absolute value. For unit change, 1 degree centigrade change, 1 degree centigrade में जितना है Kelvin में भी उतना ही है. So that is why we can use Kelvin or degree centigrade as alternately. So both these units are correct. Is that okay? So similarly you can find out the value of Cp, but for finding the value of Cp you have to find out the value of enthalpy first, specific enthalpy, right? So specific enthalpy here again del by del T of H, right? And H is equal to what? U plus Pv, right? Here U is given, there is 186 plus 0.712 T plus Pb, this particular term, right? 0.287 times T plus 0.287 times 273. Is that okay? So I can write 0.287 T plus 273 into 287 na. $287, right? Again here 287, right? So here no need to calculate this particular term. Why? Because we will be differentiating with respect to only temperature, right? So these are the constant term, this one and this one. So differentiation of these constant terms will be equal to 0, and only will be left with these two terms, right? So add 0.718 प्लस 0.287 कितना आ रहा है 1.005 आ रहा है क्या 1.005 आ रहा है राइट सो आई विल बी गेटिंग दिस टू टर्म्स as 1.005 T right so differentiation of this particular term with respect to temperature that will be equal to 1.005 okay obviously in kilojoule per kg and Kelvin is that okay so here we calculated the value of Cp and Cv where we were given with the specific internal energy which was a function of temperature and again it was given the multiplication of pressure and volume which was a function of temperature right so we differentiated the specific internal energy with respect to temperature we found out the value of specific heat at constant volume and again we found out the value of specific enthalpy by adding U and PV again we differentiated that with respect to temperature we found out the value of Cp is that okay is that clear we can move further okay then next question the gauge pressure in a truck tire before and after the journey was recorded as 200 kilopascal and 220 kilopascal respectively at the location where atmospheric pressure and temperature was this much respectively okay so हम क्या कर रहे हैं कोई एक ट्रक का टायर का गॉज प्रेशर मेजर कर रहे हैं चालू होने से पहले एंड जब स्टॉप हो जा रहे हैं उसके बाद राइट तो जो गॉज प्रेशर पहले था कितना था 200 किलोपास्कल था एंड बाद में ये कितना हो गया 220 किलोपास्कल हो गया राइट एंड जिस एटमॉस्फेयर में है हम ये वाला प्रेशर को मेजर कर रहे हैं उस एटमॉस्फेयर का प्रेशर का वैल्यू इतना है टेम्परेचर का वैल्यू इतना है राइट so now what is the question it is asking how much the rise in temperature of the tire after the trip खत्म होने के बाद इसका टेम्परेचर कितना बढ़ गया होगा so that is the task right so what are the given datas over here basically gauge pressure is known right Pg so before starting I am noting as 1 right and after the completion of trip I am writing this Pg2 okay so this is given to us as 220 kilopascal and this is given sorry so this is given to us as 200 kilopascal and this is given to us as 220 kilopascal okay and the atmospheric pressure for both these values P atm that is given to us as 100 kilopascal right okay and temperature T is equal to 27 degree centigrade if we'll be converting this 27 degree centigrade into Kelvin then we have to add 273 right 273 will be adding so we'll be getting 300 Kelvin okay so now we have to find out the rise in temperature okay that simply means इस कंडीशन में इनिशियली इसका कुछ टेम्परेचर होगा लेट T1 उसके बाद क्योंकि प्रेशर बढ़ रहा है तो टेम्परेचर भी बढ़ गया होगा सो फाइनल टेम्परेचर इज T2 वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट द डिफरेंस T2 minus T1 हाँ we have to convert into the absolute scale always when basically if we are adding right if we are subtracting in that case subtraction जब कर रहे हैं कोई दिक्कत नहीं क्योंकि अगर 5 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड से तुम 4 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड हटा रहे हो राइट या फिर इसके साथ तुम 273 ऐड कर रहे हो इसके साथ भी 273 ऐड कर रहे हो तो उसी केस में जो डिफरेंस आएगा दैट विल बी सेम राइट बट इफ विल बी टेकिंग द रेशियो लाइक आई वांट टू टेक द रेशियो 5 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड टू द 4 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड एंड अगेन actual in case of your absolute scale I'll be taking 5 plus 273 plus 4 plus 273 so they will be different right so we have to do like this we have to take the ratio of the absolute temperature right is that okay now here so here we'll be assuming one thing that there will be no change in volume क्योंकि जो टायर का वॉल्यूम है दैट इज नॉट चेंजिंग बट प्रेशर बढ़ रहा है या फिर घट रहा है ओके अगर प्रेशर बढ़ रहा है, वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट रह रहा है, तो टेम्परेचर बढ़ा ही होगा, राइट. सो विल बी ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट इन दिस वे. सो विल बी कीपिंग दिस वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट. सो वॉल्यूम जितना था उतना ही रहेगा. दैट सिंपली मीन्स which law is it? Volume constant, relation between pressure and temperature. Gay-Lussac law, right? At constant volume, pressure and temperature will be directly related. P by T equal to constant. So I can write P1 by T1 will be equal to P2 by T2. Okay. So another thing will be assuming that initially the temperature was 27 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. एटमॉस्फेयर में जितना टेम्परेचर था उतना ही टेम्परेचर अंदर होगा, क्योंकि दिस इज द इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन, राइट. सो T1 is given to us, okay, and here P1 and P2, all these things are given. And another thing here, pressure is given in the terms of gauge pressure, मतलब जो मेजरमेंट हम किए हैं, right. In the first module itself we know the relationship between your gauge pressure, absolute pressure and atmospheric pressure. Do you remember that? याद नहीं है? So P absolute will be equal to P gauge plus P atmosphere, right. So this is basically the measured value, measured pressure, and this is the atmospheric pressure. If you will be adding both, then you will be finding the absolute pressure, and whatever the values will be adding into the equation, that should be in the term of absolute value, right. So here also we have to put the values of pressure in the terms of absolute value, right. So P1 जो हम यहाँ पे पुट करेंगे, P absolute पुट करेंगे, वैसे ही P2 जो पुट करेंगे, that will be also the absolute value. We have assumed, right. हम ये assumption लिए, वरना नहीं सॉल्व कर सकते, राइट. तो इन इंजीनियरिंग वी हैव टू assume certain things, राइट. कोई प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए कुछ ना कुछ assumption होता है, राइट. रियल प्रॉब्लम जो होता है उसको सॉल्व करना बहुत क्रिटिकल है, राइट. जैसे कि बहुत अभी देखोगे तो 3 इक्वेशन हो गए, लेकिन मतलब 3 अननोन हो गए, प्रेशर, वॉल्यूम, टेम्परेचर. इसमें से अगर किसी को कांस्टेंट बोल के हम नहीं मानेंगे, मतलब ऐसा सिचुएशन होगा जहां पे मान सकते हैं वहां पे ही मानेंगे. जैसे कि तुम्हारा अभी टायर की हम बात कर रहे हैं, तुम्हारा जो भी एयर था वो अंदर ही है, इसका मतलब एयर बाहर नहीं गया है. एयर अगर बाहर नहीं गया है उसका मतलब जो वॉल्यूम उसका होगा उतना ही होगा. प्रेशर उसका बढ़ गया है तो टेम्परेचर भी बढ़ गया होगा. तो दिस इज ए रियलिस्टिक assumption, दैट इज वॉल्यूम हैज नॉट बीन चेंज, वॉल्यूम चेंज नहीं हुआ है. सो यू हैव टू ऑलवेज रिलेट योर प्रॉब्लम विद द ओरिजिनल कंडीशन, राइट. बाहर किसके साथ रिलेशन हो रहा है उसके साथ आपको रिलेट करना पड़ेगा, राइट. सो दैट इज व्हाई दिस इज ए गुड assumption, दिस कैन बी डन, राइट. वॉल्यूम इज रिमेनिंग कांस्टेंट, so that we can do, right. Again, so I was talking about finding this particular absolute pressure value. So absolute pressure value, how can you find out? Here 200 kilopascal, this is your gauge pressure. You have to add this particular atmospheric pressure value, right. So here this P1 will be equal to what? 200 plus 100, that will be equal to 300, plus T1 is given again 300 will be equal to this P2. P2 will be equal to the gauge pressure value, that is 220, plus the atmospheric pressure value, that is 100, right. So this will be 320 and divided by T2 you have to find out, right. So from here you can find out the value of T2. So here this is equal to 1 and here T2 will be equal to what? 320 Kelvin. Is that okay? And here we are asked to find out what? Rise in temperature. That simply means we need to find out the change in temperature, T2 minus T1. That simply means del T value will be equal to 20 degree centigrade or Kelvin, doesn't matter. 20 degree centigrade will be equal to 20 degree Kelvin here. आपको आंसर अगर पूछा गया होगा डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड में दो या फिर केल्विन में दो, तो अगर पूछा गया होगा केल्विन में दो तो आप 273 ऐड मत करना, राइट. हियर 20 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड जो वैल्यू है 20 केल्विन सेम वैल्यू है. सो अगेन इट विल बी फेसिंग योर मतलब MCQ टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन, both these options will be available. 20 degree centigrade will be there plus 293 Kelvin, that will be also there, right. आप क्या कन्वर्ट करके आर कर दोगे, खुशी लगेगा, मतलब हो गया आंसर निकल गया, लेकिन -0.33. okay, so is that okay? We can move further. Okay, then next question here. A steel ball of mass 1 kg and specific heat of this one 0.4 किलोजूल पर kg डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, अगेन डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड लिखा हो या फिर केल्विन लिखा हो कोई फर्क नहीं, राइट, इज एट ए टेम्परेचर ऑफ 60 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड। समझ में आया क्या? कोई एक स्टील बॉल है जिसका मास 1 kg है, उसका स्पेसिफिक हीट का वैल्यू दिया हुआ है एंड उसका टेम्परेचर कितना है 60 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, मतलब एक गर्म हीटेड बॉल है हमारे पास, राइट, एंड बेसिकली इट इज ड्रॉप्ड इनटू अ 1 kg वाटर जिसका टेम्परेचर 20 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड है, राइट, एंड वाटर का स्पेसिफिक हीट नहीं दिया हुआ है लेकिन आप मान सकते हो 4.2 किलो जूल पर kg केल्विन। अगर दिया होगा देन दिया होगा जो डाटा उसको यूज करना, अगर नहीं दिया हुआ है देन दिस इज द वैल्यू यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, राइट, दिस इज द स्पेसिफिक हीट ऑफ वाटर, right, 4.2 kilojoule per kg Kelvin, right. So we need to find out the final steady temperature of the water. Question समझ में आया क्या? Question is simply a heated ball is there and a cold water is there. We are dropping the heated ball into the cold water and obviously there will be heat interaction, right. After some time the temperature of the water and temperature of the ball will be equal. So that is the steady state condition when both this temperature of the water and ball will be equal. So we need to find out that particular temperature. Is that okay? So here how can we find out? Basically we will be assuming that the amount of heat which will be gained by the water, that will be equal to the amount of heat will be lost by the ball. Is that okay? I am writing amount of heat gained by the water will be equal to amount of heat lost from the, ये assumption मतलब समझ में आ रहा है क्या? ये इसको assumption में क्यों बोल रहा हूं? क्यों ऐसे भी हो सकता है कुछ हीट बाहर चला जाएगा, राइट, वाटर तो एटमॉस्फेरिक कंडीशन एटमॉस्फेयर के साथ कांटेक्ट में भी आ रहा है ना, तो वो जो हीट इंटरेक्शन है उसको हम नेग्लेक्ट कर रहे हैं, राइट, सिंपली हम ये अज्यूम कर रहे हैं कि जितना हीट तुम्हारा बॉल से वाटर जाएगा उतना हीट को यूज करके तुम्हारा वाटर का टेम्परेचर राइज होगा, दैट्स ऑल, राइट। सो कितना हीट तुम्हारा वाटर गेन करेगा दैट विल बी इक्वल टू योर एम ऑफ द वाटर, Cp ऑफ द वाटर एंड टेम्परेचर जितना उसका चेंज होगा, लेट आई एम सेइंग इनिशियल टेम्परेचर ऑफ वाटर वाज T1, ओके, एंड द फाइनल टेम्परेचर विल बी इक्वल टू व्हाट, सो ऑब्वियसली टेम्परेचर राइज हम जब लिख रहे हैं दैट विल बी इक्वल टू द फाइनल माइनस इनिशियल, राइट, टेम्परेचर चेंज फाइनल माइनस इनिशियल, ओके, सो I am writing let the final temperature is T, okay, and initial temperature is suppose TW, okay, so this is the change in temperature of the water, water का temperature पहले TW था, right, so this is the initial temperature and this is the final temperature, is that okay, and that will be equal to again the heat which will be lost from the ball, ball से कितना heat loss होगा, right, that is mass of ball mb and multiplied by the specific heat of the ball, right, cb I am writing, and इसका टेम्परेचर घट गया होगा, राइट, तो इनिशियली सपोज इसका टेम्परेचर था TB1, नाउ वो पहुंच गया होगा उसी मतलब सेम टेम्परेचर में T टेम्परेचर में। ये इक्वेशन समझ में आया क्या? इज देयर एनी प्रॉब्लम इन दिस पर्टिकुलर इक्वेशन? ये इक्वेशन क्लियर है? एंड ये इक्वेशन है सिंपली एक ही अननोन है, राइट, अननोन कौन सा? ये वाला T ही अननोन, राइट, MW is given mass of water 1 kg, right, and here CPW here it is given, and again this is the initial temperature that is 20 degree centigrade, that is also given, mass of the ball 1 kg, that is also given, CB 0.4 that is given, temperature of the ball 60 degree that is also given, so here is only one unknown, this is T, So you have to solve and you have to find out the answer. कितना आएगा? तो here solve करेंगे तो ये MW and MB will be cancelled, right? And CPW, this is 4.2 times T minus TW is 20. That will be equal to 0.4 into 60 minus T. So इसको हम लिख सकते हैं 4.2 T minus 4.2 into 20 कितना आ जाएगा? 42 84 आएगा. 84 that will be equal to 0.4 times 6 24 minus 0.4 T, right? So here 4.T plus 0.4 T, so I can write 4.6 T. Is that okay? That will be equal to 24 plus 84. How much is it? 108. So find T value कितना आ रहा है? 108 divided by 4.6. 20 पॉइंट कितना? नेक्स्ट क्लास कौन सी? कितना? 23.47. 23.47. Okay. So this will be in again degree centigrade, right? So here initially temperature was 20 degree centigrade. So 23.47, right? 47 degree centigrade में they will be under equilibrium, steady state condition. मतलब approximately 4 degree centigrade temperature increase होगा, right? So question समझ में